Hello students, today what we are going to do is we're going to focus on lesson 2. Today what you will need is a writing utensil, your journal, along with your consumable. We'll be working out of both of these today. If you're new to the class today, you will need to ask the teacher for a consumable and make sure you write your first and last name in Sharpie on the cover. Alright students, so yesterday we talked about really noticing details around us and how we can put those details into our writing. And we're going to expand on that today. So I want you to think about what you wrote about your experience in the cafeteria. And if you need a little refresher, that would be found on page 9 of your journal, is where you wrote that yesterday. What I want you to do is we're going to be practicing today how to make our writing vivid. This is talking about adding in some sensory details. These are details that have to do with your different senses, your sense of touch, your sense of smell, your sense of hearing, and how adding those into our writing can help expand on how the reader is experiencing what we write. Also, we're going to talk about different actions. How can we add the actions of the people in the story, along with dialogue? These 3 things can add to your writing and make it more vivid. So we're going to practice this. What I want you to do is read through on page 9 what you wrote about in the cafeteria. And what I want you to do is after you read that, I want you to go to page 10. It looks like this. It has a 1 and a 2 at the top. So I want you to, after you read your writing, I want you to find a place in your writing from last lesson on the previous page where you could add a precise detail to focus on that specific moment even more. So think about those vivid items I talked about, adding in different sensory, sight, smell, taste, all of that in there. And I want you to write 2 additional sentences in that writing. I'm going to give you 3 minutes for this. Once you finish, I want you to turn to your elbow partner, same partner that you talked to yesterday about your writing, and I want you to share how you've expanded your writing, and I want you to read it to them. Okay, at this time, teacher, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to pause the video before I keep going. All right, so we're going to be going to page 12 of our workbook and page 11 of your writing journal. So to start into this next activity, I need you to do some brainstorming for me. And we're going to brainstorm different locations that you are on a typical school day. I want 5 locations. So really think about your schedule and different places you go. I'm going to give you 1 minute to do this. And then we will get back into the lesson. All right, at this time, teacher, you can pause the video. Okay, now that you have your 5 locations, we're going to go into the next activity. So you're going to notice on page 12, there's a map. And you might notice some of these locations seem very familiar. We have cafeteria, the gymnasium, the math, the library, my favorite location. And these are all part of J. Hoodley Middle School. So I want you to think of a time where you saw something new and unexpected. Now just take a second. I want you to think about that. Okay, your next step is I want you to go to page 12 of your journal. Okay, page 12. And in this section, I want you to write about one moment when you saw or did something new or unexpected. And I want you to try to add in those really vivid details. If you can, dialogue, sensory details. See what you can do. Really push yourself. Please make sure you have capitals and periods in your sentences. Capital beginning, period at the end. And I want you to notice, whenever you see a lot of lines like this in your journal, I want you to do your best to fill that journal up. Fill your journal up with some really good writing. At the end, I'm going to give you 10 minutes to do this. At the end of this activity, I would like you to take turns with your shoulder partner, reading that moment you saw or did something new or unexpected. All right, that's all I have for today. I hope you're all having a good day. Bye.